How's everybody doing? It's good to hear from you. Awesome. Here we are on a Thursday, right? So today I've got you another wicked guitar lick. And this one, you're going to use the same link that you've been using the whole time, except this one's going to end with a 6. Okay? Kicks, thank you. I'm glad you noticed that one. That's right. So it's going to be igpa.org/wickedlick/6. Happy Thursday, everybody. All right, so today's lick, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a lick that you can play with or without chicken picking, okay? We'll see if anybody kind of recognizes this lick. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, so it can be played slower, it can be played faster, but it's using some open strings, and we can turn this into a chicken picking lick. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. Okay, you ready? It's quite long, so I'm gonna go, and you see if you can guess who the artist is. All right. All right, awesome, cool. This is actually a lick out of a John Petrucci solo track off his liquid tension experiment, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you it, and again, if you've got a chance real quick to download the tab, I would suggest you do that because it's going to save you a lot of time, okay? So the tab, again, go to igpa.org/wickedlick/6, okay? Now, this thing's going to be using a lot of open strings, and so I just want to kind of explain to you how it's going to go, and then I'm going to show you how you can turn this into a bit of a chicken picking lick as well, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. We're going to play that note, we're going to pluck it, and we're going to pull off. Okay? Then you're going to go to the 5th fret of the 4th string, which is also the note G, so you're doubling. And that in itself is really cool because you can just sit and do this. And it sounds way, way, way harder than it actually is. So you're just doing the 3 to the 0. The URL, again, if somebody could type it in, that would be awesome. But it's igpa.org/wickedlick/6. Okay? So if you've got your guitar handy, if you're not actually playing hooky from work, okay, try this with me. Yep, that's the one, except it would be a 6 at the end, because this is lick number 6. But if you put a 1 or 2, 3 or 4 or 5 at the end, you're going to get all the other tabs as well, okay? So you're going to do that pull off. You're going to pluck 3, do a 0, and then go to the 5 on the 4th string. Okay, so that's how the beginning of this goes. So you're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do a pull off from 3 to 0 like you did before, but then you're going to go 5 to 0. So you have, okay, so we've got, and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing again, but the last 2 are going to change. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, okay, we're going to go 3, 0, 3, 0 on the 4th string. So watch this. I do this 4 times. And then I'm going to go, so I'm going to put those 2 together. Okay, now in your tab, what you're going to notice is that last 3, right there, I'm going to leave that open. It's going to become an 8th note instead of a 16th note. And again, don't worry about it if you don't really know what that means, but it just makes it easier than going, I'm just going, and then I'm going to those 2 zeros. So let me play the whole thing for you so far, what we've got. See how there's just a little pause right there? Okay? Now, if you wanted to chicken pick this, what you can do, it's called hybrid picking, and it makes for a really nice twangy sound. Now, I've got a Marshall dialed in over here, But what you can do is you can start using your middle finger to pluck the notes on the 3rd string and use your guitar pick to pluck the notes on the 4th string. And then what you do is you kind of give it a little bit of a palm mute. So if you see that right there, I'm picking with my middle finger, and then I'm plucking with my pick. So right there, I'm plucking that with my middle finger. So I'm going. Okay? So I can really kind of slap those strings. Okay? So you can actually get pretty fast at that because you're just alternating between your middle finger and your first finger. Now, you don't have to do that way, but if you like the way that feels and you like the way it sounds, then chicken pick it. So like right there, those 2 pull-offs are being done with my middle finger. And then the 2 3s on the 4th string I'm doing with my guitar pick. So anything that's happening on my 4th string I'm doing with my guitar pick. Anything that's happening on the 3rd string is being done with my middle finger, right? Does that make sense, everybody? Throw some hearts up if it makes sense to you. And if you have any questions about it, let me know, okay? Now, the tab, as you're looking at the tab, is going to get a little bit long. We do have a little time, though, okay? I just don't want to waste too much of your time because it's right in the middle of the afternoon for some of you, okay? Okay, so we go through that 1.5 times. We do the whole pattern, and then we do the first part one more time. So I have this. Now I'm going to end it with... Oh, it's 10 o'clock there. All right, well, this works perfect for you then. Okay, now what I'm doing right there is I'm doing a pull-off with my middle finger, if I'm chicken picking, from the 6 to the 0, then the 5 to the 0, then the 3 to the 0 on the 3rd string. Which is a little bit of Dirty Black Summer or something in there. Wrong key, but... So we're just doing 3 pull-offs. And then we're going to go, we start that pattern. Once we get to the 3, we're going to start our pattern that we were doing before 3 more times, like this. Like that. Okay? So let me play the whole thing for you nice and slow. Okay? So I have the second one. First one again. Now it's the last one. And then I'm going to go to those 2 notes again, those 2 3s. Okay? Now again, I don't want to confuse you. So if always remember when you're learning these licks, this thing is just going to be a stream of 16th notes, okay? So what you want to do is just start with a little piece of it, and then once you kind of get that developed, you might just start with this. Just developing that, right? And then you start making it into a full pattern. See that? See? Just develop that one, and then you start the second pattern. Okay? Show it in a different position. Well, it's in the key of G. That's the thing about this, is that you'd either use this in the key of E minor or you'd use it in the key of G. Okay? So, let me put it together so far so I'm not wasting your time here. My battery's going to die. We're going to do the best we can here. So here we go. Now start all over again. Now what I do is I've got this big long ending. And again, you can pick it with your pick, you can pick it with your middle finger. So what I'm doing there is I'm doing a pull off on the second string from 8 to 0 and then 6 to 0. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the third string and do pull-offs from 7, 6, 5, and 3. So if I put those two together, and then I end with 2 pull-offs on the fourth string from 5 to 3. So I have, and then I'm just going to a G chord. Whatever G you want. Now remember, the cool thing about these licks are, you can work it up as a full thing and it's pretty awesome, but remember, you can always just use a segment of the lick as well in your actual playing. So if you were jamming in some song and you just wanted a cool little lick, you might just go, you're playing in... something like that, where you're just throwing a little piece in. You don't have to do the entire pattern every single time. Or you might just do, thank you. Like as the end of a song, you're coming off something. Right? And you might even repeat some of the things. Like instead of just going, you might go, and just have some fun with it. Whatever it is that you'd like to do, but it makes for a really fun pattern for picking with a guitar pick and also using the chicken picking, okay? So I hope you had an awesome time. I hope you learned a little something. Remember to download the tab. And if you have any requests or any ideas for some licks, email me at steve@guitarzoom.com. And on the subject line, put something about a wicked lick idea or something like that. So that way it doesn't get lost. I get literally hundreds of emails a day, and those will come to a different place because of the subject line. So give me some ideas, throw some things out there. I know some of you already have, and I sure do appreciate that. Hey, Marco, he's 11 years old, and he thinks I'm an amazing teacher. I sure do appreciate that, buddy, and I am honored I can help you with your guitar playing. It's so great. So everybody have a wonderful day or an evening for those of you that it's late at night, and I'll speak to you soon, okay? Take care, everybody.